Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? My name is Jason, and it is that night of the week, that time of the night. It's Wednesday, it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And are you ready for a Hump Day Live mini reading? I'm about to get myself all plugged in here, and then we'll get this thing going. Hello. Can you guys hear me okay? Can everyone hear me okay? I hope so. It's Wednesday night, it's 9 o'clock. How's everybody doing? You guys happy to be here? I'm happy to be here. So I have a little list going. I came on because I wasn't sure if we were going to do this tonight or not because I didn't have anybody in the list. And I was thinking, well, maybe I won't do any tonight. But I do have a few people on the list now since I came on a few minutes ago. And if you would like to be one of those people, aloha. Can you hear me okay, Malia? I'm having a little bit of technical stuff going on here. So I want to make sure that my sound or audio is okay. How is the audio? Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Hello, loud and clear. Hi, Michael. I can hear you. Good to see you guys. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Michael. Hi, Malia. So, Malia, obviously, you are top of the list. And then I also have one just came through when I was getting ready to come live. Nora. Malia and Nora. And then also, if Darcy comes in, she has a mini reading from before. So, Malia, Nora, and Darcy are on my list. Michael can also hear me. If you would like to get a mini reading tonight, it is $22.22. I would love to be giving you a mini reading tonight because we're in the middle of eclipse season. There's a lot of crazy energy going on. Oh, Mads, okay, I didn't see yours come through, but I don't get notifications on the PayPals. I have to check them manually. So I will add you to my list as well. So, Marianne. So we've got Malia, Nora, Marianne, and Darcy is also an alternate if she comes in. I don't know for sure if she's going to be able to come in tonight, but we'll have a nice little time doing some mini readings, right, guys? I think I'm going to stick with the Millennium Thoth deck that I've been using. I was using this on Monday night with Jai. For anyone waiting on a recorded a recorded personal reading, I'm so sorry for the delay. We are having some delays here at Ray of Light Tarot, and I'm sorry about that. I'm a little bit behind right now just because personally I've had some stuff go on that's kind of thrown me off a little bit. That's just thrown off my schedule. No big deal. Everything's great. But it has thrown me a little behind. So obviously for those of you that I do scheduled live interactive readings with, we know we don't ever miss those. Those are always on time. So that's okay. You sent the PayPal to nhjoost92 at gmail.com, Marianne. Is that correct? Let me make sure it came through. Yeah, you guys can use Cash App or PayPal. I list them both in the description of the video. They're both open to you for the mini readings. That's fine. It's my brother's PayPal, but it'll get to me. One sec. So I definitely got you, Malia. You're at the top. Yes, Marianne, yours came through. 2094. Oh, you sent it through as a good or service. That's fine too. Guys, when you send payments here, send it as just a donation or like a personal gift because that way there's no taxes involved and stuff. But that's fine. We don't mind that, Marianne. Don't worry about that. Um, and so you're on the list. So I've got Malia, Nora, and Marianne. So Malia, I saw you put your question up. Let me say a quick intention. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, and archangels. Thank you for the clear, direct, and necessary messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the clear, direct, necessary messages for everyone who gets a reading tonight. Thank you for the high vibrations and for holding space for all of us as we all need it right now during this crazy eclipse season. Yeah, yes, Marianne. Yeah, so we don't like, because it is, I call it a love offering or a love donation, and that's really what it is. I'm giving you the service of my energy and time, and it's a love donation. So we don't like to call it a good or a service, right? Semantics. Semantics. Hello, Kimberly. Nice to see you. Okay, so Malia. Any advice on what the next 2 months have in store for me? This Mercury retrograde has been intense. It certainly has it not? And I'll tell you, I mean, you're a Virgo placement, strong Virgo placement. And then for me, my first two placements, Virgo and Gemini, the two signs ruled by Mercury. So I always feel the Mercury retrogrades. Um, I always feel the Mercury retrogrades. Oh yeah, yeah, Miriam. Whenever you send something on PayPal, it'll ask you, is this a personal thing? Is it like a personal payment between two people, or is it for a good or a service? Like, are you purchasing something to be sent to you? So, yeah, you can always you should have to you should have it should require you to specify every time you make any kind of a payment on PayPal. So Malia, you've got that Virgo stuff going on too. It's heavy. Mercury, even when Mercury's shadowing, I start to kind of feel some weird stuff. But this one has been particularly trying. I can agree with you on that. Particularly trying. Stay magnetized, babe. Stay magnetized. Remember that the universe is sending you everything that's for you. Nothing misses you because you are unconditional love incarnate. Okay? You are. What's the guidance for Malia in this situation? Okay. It's really important for you to keep out of conflict. In order to stay out of conflict, you have to impose balance. I saw the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Wands when I cut the deck. It's literally that feels like your prescription, right? That's your prescription for for making it through. Imposing balance in every area of your life right now, right? Imposing balance and avoiding conflict. It's only about, what, 2 more weeks of this? Not even 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks of Mercury retrograde, and then it's going to get a lot better. And I think it's actually going to improve around this Gemini, this solar eclipse in Gemini coming up in the next 2 days. It's going to improve a lot. Okay, so just get ready. Princess, Prince. Okay, I see that. Knight of Pentacles in the middle. Okay, I don't understand that. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Okay, there's a lot. Here's what's going on with you. You've got a lot of energetic. What's happening with you. I know, and I feel a lot of that going on. It's yes, Malia. And it's not just your ex-husband. There's a lot of energy all around you. It's not just him. He's here, you're here, and there's other people. So you've got a Princess of Swords, a Princess of Cups. I think this is you. A Knight of Pentacles, and a Prince of Cups. There's 4 separate and equal energies happening here all at once. And there is an Eight of Pentacles coming out as well. So I mentioned this the other night in my reading with Jai, how the Eight of Pentacles to me feels like climbing a beanstalk, like the old nursery rhyme, Jack and the Beanstalk. And it's like you're climbing a beanstalk. And, you know, the whole point of that experience is it's incremental, right? It's incremental. It's about taking things one rung at a time. Now for you, it's hard to take things one rung at a time because the energy I see around you is every time you advance a rung, you get pulled down too. So you've got a lot of energetic attacks around you right now. I don't even think they're intentional energetic attacks. Like, I don't think your ex-husband is intentionally attacking you. I think there is attacks happening, but I think it's coming more from the energy than from the person. Does that make sense? Like, the energy uses people to accomplish things because energy is intelligent. Energy is just as intelligent as the people it uses, or more so maybe in a lot of cases, right? So whereas if I'm in a relationship with a spouse or a twin soul or whatever, the energy can use that person to upset this person or that person to make this person think this about that. It's just goofy how energy does this. And for you, you're in a place where you've got a lot of you've got a lot of your spirit team surrounding you. And the reason I know you're being attacked is because I see your spirit team trying to form a bubble around you. And when I see a spirit team forming a bubble around somebody, why are they doing that? Because the person's being attacked. So when I look and I see this dolphin and this goose forming a bubble, that tells me you're under energetic attack right now. You are under an energetic attack and they're protecting you or trying. They're making an effort to protect you because you know what else that tells me, Malia? When I see that type of thing and I feel that energy, it also tells me that whatever you're doing this go around, this lifetime is so important. It's so important that you accomplish it, that energy and souls from outside of the physical are literally doing everything they're allowed to do in a free will zone, right? Everything they're allowed to do to protect your mission and your destiny from those attacks. So just keep doing what you're doing. Know that you are going to get where you're going. There's something at the top of this that's worth getting to for you. You're gonna get there. It's gonna always feel a little frustrating at times, but remember that's the polarity of the experience that you and I are both on, and I know we're on the same kind of journey. It's so beautiful and so amazing, and the polarity of that is the frustration and the pain and the triggers and the wound. All of that's going to be there because what you get to when you get to the top of that thing is going to be so worth it. So just try to focus. That's what I try to do when I get really hurt or really frustrated or really attacked, is I try to remember the end goal and where I'm headed. And I try to remember that I'm also being protected by non-physical energies that love me so much and are attached to my mission that nothing's going to stop them. I've really been seeing that for a lot of people recently, especially since my trip to Sedona. With people I'm close to on a similar journey, my friend Chad, my friend Julene, with you, that I see such protection around them. And that energetic bubble of protection is strong. Okay, that's strong for you. So it's not really what you need to do. Just keep doing what you're doing. Reminding yourself is what you need to do. You need to remind yourself that you are protected, that your mission is that important, and you're going to get what you're supposed to do. You're going to achieve what you came here to achieve. And the attacks should show you all the more how important your mission is. If your mission was not so important, you wouldn't be being attacked. Do you understand? You would not be under attack if your mission was just a mission. No, it's a mission. It's a mission, and that's why you're under attack. When I see resistance in the most precious relationships in my life, all that does is prove how precious they are to me, okay? Remember that. Okay, so we got Sarah, yours just came through. I saw you in the chat. Sarah, yours came through. So I've got next is Nora, and then I have Marianne, and then Sarah. The list is open, kids. If you want to get on the list, $22.22 to Cash App or PayPal. Right now I've got Nora, Marianne, and Sarah. And Darcy, did Darcy come in? I thought Darcy might have come. No, I didn't see Darcy. Okay. I love that too. I love when things come through that strong and clearly. I'm sorry I don't have much more tangible advice for you because it doesn't feel like that's what you're really needing right now is tangible advice. It feels like you're really needing encouragement and the knowledge to know that you're protected. You are protected. Know that and remember that, okay? Know it. Don't doubt that. You can doubt the outcome. We all do that. You can doubt the outcome or how it's going to wind up, things are going to end up, or, and you shouldn't be attached to the way, right, to the process. But don't doubt that there is a purpose here and that there is a lot of non-physical energy supporting that purpose, okay? Because that's very real and very true. Is Nora here? I haven't seen Nora come in yet. If Nora is not here, Marianne, you can go ahead and throw your question up, and we'll come back to Nora. We'll do Marianne and then Sarah, because I know Sarah's here too, and then we'll come back to Nora. I don't think Nora's here. If you are here, Nora, speak up, because I want to get you in since you paid earlier. Excuse me. So, Marianne, throw your question up. Everybody holding space for my friend Jose in Venezuela. Very special person in my life, and tough time out there. Oh, I put it in the paper. You don't want to put it on the screen? All right, I can look it up if that's what you prefer. Usually people just put it on the screen because we're going to talk about it, you know what I mean, anyway. Hold on. It's just going to take me a minute, guys. I have to log into PayPal. Sorry, guys, hang on. Okay, this is not coming up. Thinking my DM wants to end it with me sending messages, staying in touch, but there's no message. Will he stay this way? Okay, so you want to know what's going to happen with the DM. Got it. Show me the likely outcome for Marianne with her divine masculine. What is the likely outcome for Marianne with her divine masculine? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, the Three of Wands, when I cut the deck, I see the Three of Wands in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. So right away I have to say, that is an acknowledgement of third party energy, but it's also an acknowledgement that whatever's been not moving or there is stagnation getting moving, right? Hangman upright can feel stagnant, but it's really a lot of wisdom coming in. Reversed, Marianne, that means whatever's been stagnant in this energy between the three of you, things are happening. So you can expect changes right now. Like right now, you can expect things to change. Nine of Swords reverse. Let's see. What else? One more, please. Okay. Okay. This isn't really an outcome, I have to say, because what this feels like is you're being guided that there may be a separation period. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, after I show you this stuff, what I was talking about this morning. I don't know if you saw my Beyond Lemuria card pull, but I think it's going to resonate for your situation. So you got the Art card, which is a major arcana. It's basically the Temperance card. A lot of times when I see the Temperance card, it is foreboding or forewarning about some time apart from someone, or even a no communication separation. I don't like saying that any more than you like hearing it, because I know how bad that feels, but that's what I'm seeing here. Doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly what's going to happen, but it's the feeling that goes with that, and that's not fun feelings. Nine of Swords is also here, but it's in reverse. So a lot of things that you've been worrying about or wondering about, you're not going to be worrying or wondering about them anymore, but the problem is it could be because they're coming to pass. Do you know what I mean? So there's something that you might have been worrying about a lot and overthinking about, and the good news is that's going to stop, but it could be because your worries sort of come into fruition. Having said that, you do have the Hermit card here. You have the Queen of Swords card. So your guidance is to not put up with anyone's crap, to take no prisoners. You can see this Queen of Swords is taking no prisoners. She's decided there's something attached to this entire situation that goes to your own value and worth, that says you're not, the whole point of this entire experience that I'm getting really loud and clear from Spirit is that it's about your value and worth, and that you seem to be missing that point and pouring yourself into someone else. In any event here, what this is about for you is taking no prisoners. See how this woman is empowered, and she's got all this light radiating from behind her. She's literally cut someone's head off, and she's feeling empowered because of it. I'm not saying that this person that you called your divine masculine is not that. They probably are. I'm not saying that you won't end up together. You probably will, if that's what you want and that's what you believe, because we create a lot with what we desire and believe. But what I'm saying here is the message in these cards seems to say that there's some sort of prolonged separating and a feeling of shift, and it's something that really empowers you. This doesn't feel, what I'm saying is this doesn't feel like you getting your divine masculine, right? Does it? No, it doesn't feel like somebody having a happy ending in love necessarily right here, but it also doesn't feel like somebody crying and feeling sorry for themselves. It feels like your message here is about empowerment, and that if you can really stand into the truth of your situation here and what it's really about for you, you might actually feel very empowered, and the universe is going to use that energy to move you forward. And you've got the Chariot card and the Wheel of Fortune right beside each other in your foundation. So foundationally, what this is about is you moving forward. And the reason I said this might tie into the reading that I had this morning is because what this feels like, I'm on a twin soul journey as well, but a big lesson I've learned is it's never really about the twin. It's always, always, always about us. Because all they really come in for is to activate us. They're our mirror, right? They're showing us, no matter which way we turn, a reflection of ourselves. And if you don't like what they're showing you, you don't change that, you change this, what you're seeing. And so there's something here about you needing to empower yourself. I do feel this person is going to be changing and making some choices. But I feel like there's a lot more waiting involved. And I also feel like it's very important for you to take your power back here. Really embrace your own power and your own worth. And that's going to do a great deal of healing, because you also have the Four of Swords crowning you. Now, again, it's another solitary card, which doesn't bode well if you're looking for union right now, or reunion, but it bodes really well if you're looking for healing and empowerment. So I don't know a lot about the answers as far as the questions you asked in the message you sent, because they were about that person and their choice and another person and that type of stuff. I don't know how that's going to end up. I don't really see any of that here. What I do see is you being very empowered. But in order to gain that empowerment, you're going to have to really look to the heart of this and see just how valuable you are in this, because you're the one who's leading the way here and you're strong. And look what I notice here. When this Queen of Swords is in power, do you see all that light, those lights that are darting out behind her? You want your DM to really see your worth? That's what makes him see your worth. When you stand there with your sword, taking no prisoners, that's when he really is his eyes are illuminated as to what you're worth because he sees you in your power. So that's a beautiful thing, and it is going to move you forward. But I see him also this hermit energy. It's like he's having to be alone, neither with that person or with his divine counterpart, you, at this time. There seems to be more aloneness, more pieces, divine parts being put in place for the future, which of course for twin souls is union, right? That's your future. But right now it looks like more pieces being moved and more empowerment for you. Okay, that's what I've got for you. And I'm sorry I can't go any further into that, but that's really it. I mean, I pulled a lot of cards, and that's all it's really given me. So I wish you the best, though. All right. So next will be is Nora here? You are so welcome, Marianne. Empower yourself, babe. Empower yourself. Know your worth because you've got power in this thing, and that is your power. The more you stand in that power and have the courage to not care what anyone thinks, the more you're going to see them come running to you. Sarah. So next we'll do Sarah because I don't think Nora is here yet. What's your question, Sarah? I don't like it, guys, when the answer doesn't really come through to the question. I like when I can give the person the answer to the question they're asking because I understand. I used to get a lot of tarot from other readers that I was close to also, and it's frustrating because you want the answer. But I truly believe the way that came through, the answer is probably in there somewhere. I don't know. It just isn't clear. All right. I'm a Virgo sun, Gemini rising. Clip portal be wild. Yes, it is. Me too. Gemini sun, Virgo sun, Gemini rising, and it is very wild. Burned out with work. Spent the last year building a business, but my heart isn't in any message on what I should be focusing on to bring my gifts forward and live a more aligned life in all areas. I'm sorry, Marianne. I know. Well, I don't think it's a good answer right now because I know what you want is something really big to happen, and I don't think you're getting that. But I think more waiting, a little more separation. But if you can empower yourself, that's going to bring all of that to an end really fast. If that sums it up for you a little bit. Okay, let's see, Sarah. Let's see. Uh-oh, hold on. I think I have something already for you, Sarah. Adjustment card in reverse. You're dealing with some... So, Sarah, right now, I'm going to pull some more cards, but something that just came through already. Sarah, you're dealing with some karma right now that may be very frustrating. And, guys, karma is not, like, getting what you deserve necessarily. It is sometimes, but really karma is about lessons. That's what karma is. If you get the lesson, you don't have to repeat something, right? There's some kind of a big lesson for you that's coming through right now, and it has to do with having courage to go after what you want. I don't know if you learned a big lesson about doing that in the past or if you're learning it still, but there's something about your heart being in it and going after something, and I'll see more about what this is. What in the heck? Okay. God, a lot of the same cards coming out for different people tonight. It's very interesting. Strong thematic energies out there tonight, guys. Very strong thematic energies. So be aware of that. Be aware that, you know, probably not a good time to be reaching out to anyone or making waves, especially if the person you deal with has a bad temper. You've got the Two of Wands here. So you're still at a crossroads. You've been at a crossroads for some time and you're still there. When a crossroads lasts a long time like this, Sarah, what that can mean is that the decision you're making is big. Like, it's not a decision to be entered into lightly. It's big. You need to really take time. You've also got the Nine of Swords here. So I understand, like, there might be a lot of overthinking going on in mental energy. And if you're a Virgo, was that you or somebody else that said that about Virgo, Sun, Gemini? Yeah. Sweetie, I get it. You probably overthink more than anyone else in here, because I know I do, and I'm a Virgo, Sun, Gemini, Ascendant. Imagine, guys, if you have Virgo or Gemini in your major placements. Well, imagine having them both in your first two placements, and Sun and Rising. And those signs overthink everything. I am someone who will, like, if you've ever seen the movie Divine Secrets of the Ya Sisterhood, the mother says in that movie, "You know how I am. I like to take a problem and chew on it until I chew all the flavor out of it, and then spit it out and stick it in my hair, like as if it's a piece of gum." That's how Virgo Geminis are. Like that's how we are. We will take a problem and chew and chew and chew on it till there's no flavor left, and then we will literally, just to make it worse, spit it out and stick it in our hair. It's like we just can't help it. And that's what, Sarah, what I see for you is you just overthink something to the nth degree till it drives you crazy and batty. And I do that too. I get it. But right now, you're kind of getting a similar message to what I was getting for Marianne, because you've got the Queen of Swords here, that take no prisoners energy, but you've also got the Five of Swords egging that on, which is saying, don't be like, you're having the reverse problem of somebody who's an egomaniac. You need to step into your ego and allow your ego to make you go after victory. In other words, someone else's karma, right? It's someone else's karma to see you succeed and to be jealous and to know that they could have been with you on that journey. And I know that sounds really harsh to because I'm kind of saying you need to rub your success in someone else's face, but there's something about this that it's like spirit wants you to know, like, even if that's what it takes for your heart to be in whatever you're doing, that's okay, because it's part of the karma here that you need to have a take no prisoners mentality and also a win at all costs mentality, because that is your divine karma at this point. And somebody missed the boat big time, and they need to see you, the person who caught the boat on time, without them, and they need to wish they had been there. There's something really strong there. You've also got the Four of Cups for this other energy. There's that other person, and the way you're mirroring it is in how you kind of feel like you're not into what you're doing. That's a reflection of someone else's energy that's attached to you. Just so you know, that's not your own. That sort of it's not really sad, a little bit melancholy, not fulfilled by what you're doing, heart's not in it thing you talked about. A lot of that's coming from somewhere else. It's not even about you, but it is. I think that's my ex you're speaking of. It feels like an ex, but it is within you because you're still so attached to them. I don't know if you want to be or not, but there is strong attached energy here. Now, for you though, you've also got that art card that came out for Marianne as well. There's a lot of energy of pieces moving. It doesn't surprise me we're getting this art or temperance card because, guys, we're in eclipse season. That's what eclipse season is. It's pieces and parts being moved around by the cosmos to put things in place for us to get where we're supposed to go. So right now, you've got the art card saying, okay, everything's being, laid out on a platter for you to get what you need and what you want. And while you're waiting for that to happen, you're probably going to embody a little bit of that sort of unfulfilled energy. But really, what you need to have motivate you is the idea that you're going to win, and you're going to win at all costs. It's the reverse of the need for an ego death. It's the need for your ego to wake up. And that's what's going to put your heart into something here and get you excited. Because remember, it's not about what you're doing and where you are now. It's about what you're doing and where you are now, and where it's going to put you. And where it's going to put you is somewhere amazing. You're on the right path. This crossroads you're at that you're kind of overthinking too much, follow the heart space. If your heart space if you can get excited and your heart space tells you to kind of put your excitement into what it's going to feel like to win, do that. It's okay. It's okay to go, oh, I can't wait to see that person and know that they're going to stand there and look at me and go, damn, I effed up. Damn, I effed up. Okay. Well, it could be, but it feels specifically like an X type energy, like someone that didn't take a chance with you or something like that. Okay. Just feels kind of like that type of thing. But I just want you to really I don't think you ever allow yourself to get into that sort of, I'm gonna show you energy and prove something to someone. Let yourself get into that energy, because Spirit's saying that energy can really fuel you in a way that you need to be fueled right now. Okay. So that's a big thing for you. That's the biggest piece of guidance I can give you, is to allow yourself to be that kind of person for a minute. It's going to serve you really well right now. Okay. Don't be afraid of that energy, right? Do not fear. It's going to do really wonderful things for you. I really feel that strongly. Okay. Michael, is Nora, hey, is Nora here? If Nora comes in, let me know, somebody. Nora, you are on the list, but I haven't seen her since we went live. Next is Michael. Thank you, Jason. You're so welcome. So welcome. I'm not doing signs tonight, guys. I'm just doing mini readings, personal mini readings, for anyone who wants to purchase one via Cash App or the PayPal. Right now, I'm just doing those. Thank you so much, Malia. I so appreciate you. I so do appreciate you. So I've got Michael and Stacy. Michael and Stacy, and the list is open. Just want to know what Robson's purpose was in my life and if how he will be in my future. Okay, you're so welcome. Two of Cups, High Priestess. You would be the High Priestess. She's claiming victory. She's put her weapon down. She has clarity and she sees the truth. So just from this cutting the deck, I can already tell you a big part of it. Spiritual connection, life-saving, life-changing. See the dolphins? That represents life-saving and life-changing to me. So this person, whatever didn't work out and whatever disappointment you feel, if you look back, you might see where you saved this person's life or they saved your life in changing the trajectory of your life. Like my twin soul and I haven't talked in a long time, other than some really unfriendly messages, sadly. But you know what? I know that he didn't do it. It wasn't like he did some great thing, but him coming into my life because of the way I loved him saved my life. So I'm grateful to the divine for that experience, right? And so maybe there's something like that for you, Michael, with Robson, that although he may not have been this may not be some great person that knows how to deal very well with things. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, I don't know, but maybe something about that connection changed or saved your life. And also it was a soul connection. That Two of Cups is soulmates. That's soul connected. And so you don't have to give that person the credit to acknowledge that they saved your life or changed your life. It's not necessarily the same thing, right? I mean, I couldn't give my twin soul the credit for saving my life. My twin soul ran from me every time things got a little bit uncomfortable. But that did save my life, right? So I see the value in that. And you see, it was a soul connection, and that's beautiful. You've got the Eight of Cups in your foundation. So what that tells me is something really beautiful that I don't know if you're ready to hear this or not, Michael, but if the Eight of Cups is what represents this connection, and to you, this connection was so beautiful that you're wondering what its purpose was, guess what? As beautiful and fulfilling as that may have been in a lot of ways, you have yet to meet your true partner because your partner will be the Ten of Cups. So if this person is only showing as the Eight of Cups for you and it felt that deep, just imagine how beautiful the person you're actually going to spend your life with will feel. It's going to feel really freaking beautiful. And it's going to be so, momentous that you will never forget about this person, no, but you'll be able to put that in its proper place, right? It'll go in its proper place. Also, the Prince of Swords is here, and I don't know what kind of spiritual trajectory you've been placed on, but Robson apparently still has some kind of connection to you or watches you or looks to you. This person apparently is watching something about your life, and you're going to have some kind of an impact on this person's future. It could also be that this person is part of your future and the Eight of Cups is where you guys have gotten to and the 10 is where you're headed. I'm not sure what it means. I think it's someone else though, because usually the way that felt was like it's to tell you, you just have no idea the beauty that's in store for you and how wonderful it's going to feel. Now, you have the 10 of Wands here. This is burden, right? This is heavy burden. So when I see this card coming out as your question and also the 9 of Wands, part of this tells me that it's about the contrast, right? Sometimes we have to experience certain things with a soulmate or a soul friend or a soul whatever, twin soul, whatever. Sometimes we have to experience certain things with that person in order to truly appreciate other things with another person, right? Like if you're a twin soul and your twin is with a karmic partner, you need to be thanking God and praying for that karmic partner, because what that karmic partner is doing is showing them the contrast versus what it's going to be like with you with that partner. And so there's something to do with that in here. I think specifically it has to do with something you have yet to achieve yet, because you've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's something you haven't accomplished or achieved yet, that when you do in the future, probably the near future, none of this, I mean, eights, nines, tens, you're at the end of a cycle. Something new is really it's like that thing's about to flip. So when you do accomplish whatever this is and do it very soon, you're suddenly going to have a lot of clarity regarding this connection. But just remember, this person still either watches you, asks about you, checks up on you on social media. This is some kind of a watcher. It's like the Page of Swords, right? So something there that has to do with that. And that means that you still haven't, what that means, regardless of whether they're a total stalker or just someone who really loves you and likes to see how you're doing, it doesn't really matter, because what it means for you is you still have an impact on that person. They wouldn't be somehow shown as watching you, even if it's just energetically, if you didn't have an impact on their soul in some way. So that's a beautiful thing, okay? Nora, good to see you. Hey, Nora, we were just asking about you. I'm going to go back to Nora for now. So what I'm going to do, I just finished Michael's, and I wish you well, Michael. Try to, the biggest thing I can recommend based on my own experience with soul connections is you may not understand all of the why, but just the acceptance that things happened the way they were supposed to is a big step. Like if you can just be okay, like, you know what, I may not understand why everything has happened the way it does, but I trust spirit, I trust my purpose, and I'm just going to let things fall the way they're supposed to. That's a big thing. So yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Nora. So I'm gonna have Nora do her question now since we had to skip her, and then Stacy L. Stacy, I'll come right back to you after Nora. So go ahead and put your question up, Nora, and then we'll do Stacy. Thank you, ladies. And yeah, the list is still open if anyone wants to get on the list. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Yeah, for every memory and bless and release. Absolutely. Bless. Does spirit have any guidance for me, especially for the retrograde and eclipses? My energy is wild. Same. Totally the same. Yeah, my energy's been a little bit. It's been really hard for me to get things done that I normally can do with no problem since the retrogrades and the eclipses. And also, I've had to cut my workout schedule by like 75%. I'm working out once every 2 days instead of twice a day. So yeah. Which does not bode well for the dad belly. But what are you going to do? Oh, that's okay, Nora. We were holding space for you. Most definitely. What is the guidance for Nora? Janie, nice to see you. Janie, holding space for Nora. What's the guidance? Ooh, one more, please. Thank you. Wow. Okay, Nora. So you've got a lot of new energy coming in, but the thing for you, you're in the midst. You're in the midst, well, while we're all wrapping up cycles, repeating cycles, starting new cycles, what's going on with you is you're in the midst of a repeating cycle, and you're getting another opportunity to get out of it and to start a new one. It's going to really depend on how you respond. What Spirit is saying to me here is, you've got this Ace of Swords coming in, guidance, Queen of Swords. A lot of people being guided with the Queen of Swords tonight. And in this deck, she is a boss and a badass. But Spirit is saying you've been repeating this cycle quite a bit where new energy and information has come into you, but you haven't taken the opportunity to assert your independence. And Spirit's saying you're going to keep facing this every year, every 2 years, every 6 months, whatever, however often this opportunity comes up, and the knowing of the truth, and the knowing that you need to assert your independence in your life and take a no prisoners attitude. But every time you don't do it, your prison gets stronger. I'm guiding you. Spirit's guiding you very clearly. Listen, I don't know what you can only look into your own heart and tell yourself what this means. But you've got a prison here with the Eight of Swords that you've created, that someone has you locked in. And that prison gets stronger every time you don't take that opportunity to assert yourself and your independence and have a take no prisoners attitude. Now, I'm not telling you to go kill somebody. I know that looks like she's like, no, of course not, right? Like, that's crazy. What I'm saying here is this represents you not having anyone lording over your life, a boss who doesn't respect you, a spouse who doesn't appreciate you, parents who have treated you with dysfunction since you were a child and still treat you like a child, whatever it is, a best friend who doesn't respect your bandwidth in your heart and your head for their bullshit before they start unloading on you. It could be as simple as that. Whatever it is, Spirit is giving you yet another opportunity to see the truth, to know the truth, and to assert your independence based on that truth. And if you don't take it, they're saying that's just going to be you adding another stake into the chains that are holding you down. Don't add another stake into those chains. Break free from this, okay? You've got the Ace of Pentacles here. This is an opportunity on the path of value for you to really start to see yourself in a new way. It's almost like you're being reborn here. Every time this comes around, this feels like a repeating cycle. Every time, because we repeat karma until we get the lesson. The minute we get the lesson, we can step out of the karma and go on to something new. And I feel a lot of stagnation in these cards coming out for you. Like Spirit is saying, she knows the lesson. She's just afraid. Okay, well, that's a great start. And I think that that's not what it's about, Nora. It's not about work, but work was a great example and a great start. I'm sure whatever you did, you had a great response, or there was a payoff to what you did. And the reason Spirit wanted you to see the payoff is to see what happens when you have the courage to assert your independence. It's not about that. It's about something bigger, but keep doing that. Keep doing it. Because you have a real opportunity here, and I don't want you to get stuck in a situation that you can never break free from, and just continue repeating a lesson. This is big for you. The biggest piece of advice I can give you is don't get focused on the confusing energy of not thinking, oh, I don't understand everything fully. I don't really have a clear picture. You don't need a clear picture. What you need is the clarity of your own mind and what you desire, because this is about your mind, your understanding, and what you desire. You have a very clear picture of what you desire. That's what your picture needs to be. None of the other pieces to this puzzle matter. It's all about you asserting yourself and going after your desires and not letting anything that has held you down in the past continue to hold you down. Because that Eight of Swords feels like a really heavy, like a cage. And that cage, every time you miss your opportunity, the cage gets stronger. So during this retrograde, during these eclipses, remember to say, I am ready. I am receptive. Show me what I need to do and I'll do it, Spirit. You show me, and when I see it, I'll do it. You're going to step into the knowing and out of the fear, and you're going to see such beautiful results so quickly. But also understand the Mercury retrograde, it does make things kind of janky and goofy and weird, but it also provides great opportunities for change, always. And I feel like that's what it is for you. It's a great opportunity for change. And for you, you're going to have the courage, though, to continue. Take baby steps. If you feel like the biggest thing is going to be too much, then just do little things to assert your independence, but keep doing it. Don't stop. Don't let yourself get caught up or afraid to do it. Keep doing it. All right, so next is Stacy. The list is open. If you would like to get a mini reading, the list is open. It is Cash App, $ RayofLightTarot, or PayPal. Okay, Melinda, thank you. So I'm going to do Stacy L and then Melinda. Stacy L and then Melinda. I need to burn, put in my diffuser some more of the Breathe essential oil for my respiration, because I feel myself getting a little congested. Do it, Nora. I have faith in you. I have such faith in you. I really do. Oh, thank you, Michael. It's my pleasure. It's scary too sometimes. I know it is scary sometimes to use your gifts. It's a leap of faith all its own, but it's changed my life, and it's made me much more willing to take leaps of faith and to do things that aren't easy. Work has been stressful. Relationships have been up and down and all around. Right? I swear, what does Spirit see for me this summer? Okay. I think Spirit sees good things for you this. Yeah, the universe, Ace of Swords. So you're completing a huge cycle, Stacy, and then you've got this beautiful new beginning, new wisdom, new understanding. Let's see what that's about. Sorry, guys. When I use the Millennium Thoth deck, and I don't know what got me started, but specifically when I use this deck, every time I cut the deck, I feel the need to look and see what I'm cutting it to, because it just seems to be part of the message. So, yep. Let's see. I feel big. You know, this summer's going to be really big. And you know, guys, don't believe what you hear and see from people. Like, if somebody gives you a message you don't like right now during this retrograde and these eclipses, there's always much more going on below the surface, okay? Just trust that the universe prompts you to do things for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. Every little doggone thing. Three of Cups, Five of Cups. So there's a big shift in relationship status this summer. You're going from a period of grieving something, letting go of something, to a reunion. I don't know if this is two different people or one relationship path, but there's something happening because it could be like you're letting go of someone else and something new coming in, or it could be someone you were trying to get over and let go of comes back. I don't know. But there's a big shift here relationally for you. Emotionally, these are emotion. Cups are emotions. That's water energy. Water is the flow of your emotions, your feelings, your heart. You're in this period here where you're letting go, you're grieving, you're trying to focus on what remains, and then all of a sudden there's this celebration. Look at the overflow in these three cups. Summertime is here, celebration, right? A flood of emotions flowing. And that's a big shift this summer. Now, you've also got the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. So throughout this summer, you're going to be sort of out, you're going to feel very social. I think a lot of us are going to be this way. There's going to be an overarching theme of that type of energy because of COVID ending. Like I'm so excited. I'm actually going to be, I was planning to move to New York in September around my birthday to like get my own apartment. It looks like it's going to be a lot sooner than that, but I'm going to be renting a room from a friend's apartment and just spending like most of the summer in New York. And I'm super excited. That's going to be just in a few weeks. So it's like, that's what the energy feels like for everyone, like getting out of yourself, getting out into the social situations, being out and about, feeling victorious, right? Feeling a lot of resurrected energy. That phoenix rising from the ashes energy is going to be something that a lot of people feel this summer, at least from about July on. I think mid-July on, it's going to really start to feel like, oh, I thought we weren't going to get a vacation this summer. Nope, we're going to Tahiti. Like that's all going to start happening around the middle of July. So it's really beautiful. And it's been a long time coming. There's been a delay in that energy. So for you, that type of energy, but on a micro level, right? On a much more micro level in your own personal life. You do have the Five of Wands, which is a little bit of conflict, but don't be afraid of that conflict. That conflict may be what's moving you into a place of celebration, from a place of grief to a place of celebration. And then you also have the Chariot card coming out. Major Arcana, forward movement, Cancer energy, lots of flow, lots of emotion. That's happening as the result of the Five of Wands. So that's why I say don't avoid conflict. Lean into it. In fact, I would even say not only don't avoid conflict, be open to conflict. Be welcoming to conflict, because conflict is going to move stagnant energy, stir it up, and get you out of it and into something really good, especially with this Six of Wands sort of victory card in your foundation. I'm saying take on conflict, take it on, face it head on, and deal with it, because you're gonna have good outcomes every time. Okay, Stacy? And I definitely feel like this summer is gonna be really big for you. Maybe the biggest summer you've had in the last 5 years. There was Melinda. Melinda is next. Thank you, Stacy. Good luck. Melinda, where is Melinda? I love the name Melinda. When I was a kid, I used to watch the soap opera Guiding Light, and that was my favorite character, Mindy, or Melinda. Melinda Sue. Where is Melinda? So, yeah, now that you've gotten to hear about that. Melinda, what's your question? So that's even more beautiful. The fact that you are a Cancer and your card came out, the Chariot card, and it does suggest that you're going to be feeling that flow as you move forward. And I love that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anybody else want to get on the list? Now is your chance. Get on the list. OMG, Guiding Light. Yes, I loved that show. Well, I watched it when I was a teenager, like in the early 90s, with like the Lewis family and the Spalding family. I watched it with my mom, my grandma, my whole family, all the women in the family, and the men actually too, when they weren't working. Like they all watched Guiding Light. My English teacher in high school used to make us watch it sometimes. I don't remember why. There was someone that was a really great, like a Shakespearean actor that was on it, and he used to force us to watch it. What's your question, Melinda? Melinda, what is your question? Okay, this may be cheesy, but I want to know what Sam experienced during our connection. I know what it meant for me. No, that's not cheesy at all. I get it. Well, number one, he saw you as very, very loving and someone that he wanted to emulate in the way that you experienced your emotions. But he also saw you That's Queen of Cups. He also saw you as Princess of Swords. So he saw you as someone capable of being very cruel with your words and very, you could shut down the emotion and be very logical, very, it was almost like if he knew not to poke the bear. Like there was this energy within you that you were very kind and emotional, but he also knew that you could be, you had the right words to really hurt him if you needed to, or felt you had to. And he also experienced a lot of ego triggering in the relationship. The Five of Swords, a lot of ego triggering in the relationship, which doesn't mean it was from you. It just means in the connection, something about the connection with you triggered his ego a lot. Doesn't, it's not a bad thing or a good thing. That happens really in many relationships, but specifically it means that he was focused a lot on getting, a lot of getting. One more, thank you. He definitely saw the value, Ten of Pentacles. So when it comes to his intentions with the connection, and it also made him feel like anything was possible, the Magus or the Magician. So this is ultimately, there's more stuff here, and we'll talk about that, but ultimately, the way he experienced the connection was, it really made him recognize what he was capable of, his worth, and the value. He saw this. He didn't come into this connection thinking it's just going to be a long-term connection with you, right? He intended that. Obviously, that may or may not still turn out to be the case, but that was his intention. You know, it's hard. You can't ever judge a connection based on the way it ends, right? Like I said, twin soul experience for me, we're in no communication, bad energy right now, but you know, we both do not feel that way in our hearts. We know this, and I know that. Like, I'm not, you know, you have to remember the good times as well as the bad times, and I think that there's a lot of that here. I also think he felt like he was the one that was very imbalanced because he's got the Seven of Wands reversed. So he probably feels he came into the relationship very defensive about trust issues, but that you caused him, the feeling for you caused him to open up a lot more than he ever thought he would. But it also made him realize how much he was imbalanced and needed to find balance in his life. So it's like, yes, you opened him up in a way he didn't expect to be opened up, but you also made him see his flaws in a way he didn't expect and made him realize how much he needed to change and grow and balance, okay? We had met and our little affair only lasted less than a week, but it was profound. No, I get, listen, yeah. Like, you would think my twin soul and I hated each other, the way the energy feels between us right now, but like, I can tell you, like, someone who hates you doesn't tell you that you are a beautiful soul who they'll have in their life forever. You know, you don't say those. Nobody can understand a connection except the two people that are involved in that connection. The best I can do is feel the cards out and tell you what he experienced, but even that doesn't really get to the essence of it. That just gives us a piece. And the piece is beautiful, but it's still only giving us a piece. The last part I want to say to you is that, yeah, it may have only been a week long in the physical part of it, but guess what? It transformed him. The Star card is a major arcana, and the Star card comes out as the biggest explanation of how he felt about this connection is to explain it with the Star. And the Star card for me is a card of transformation. So that's to say that 1 week with you, or less than 1 week, was transformational for his soul. That's beautiful, right? That's beautiful. And again, only he knows, and you know, what that connection was like. But I can tell you all this, all of you, this is true for not one of you, but for all of us. A connection doesn't mean the world to one person and nothing to the other person. It just doesn't work that way. I don't care what's going on. I don't care. One of you may be the anxious person and the other one may be the avoidant person. There's a lot of that happens in relationships because we have relationships to to trigger our wounds for healing. So the anxious person usually is going to be attracted to an avoidant person. So they may not be showing you much, the avoidant person, but I can guarantee you, if someone has wrecked you to the point that it's changed your life and you're wondering about the relationship, it wasn't just profound for one of you, it's profound for both of you. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, it just doesn't. But if you're the one focusing on it, it does work the way that as long as you're focusing on it, they not gonna. You've got to get the focus off of it. That's why people always say, he always comes back when I move on to someone else. He always comes back. The minute I forget about him, he comes back. Yeah. That's when someone is prompted on a soul level to think of you, when you stop thinking of them, and you can't fake that. It just has to really happen. Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Usually connections like that, I mean, unless listen, there are always things outside of our control that can happen. And that's why I think nobody should take he shouldn't take this for granted, because what if you died tomorrow? I bet he would never forgive himself that maybe the last conversation you had wasn't so nice, or that, he didn't, open up more. But the fact is, as long as fate doesn't intervene and some freak thing happen like that, then yeah, I think you'll probably see each other again and talk again, right? And I hope so. I hope so for you guys, because it sounds like a very special, fated type of connection, right? So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight, you guys. I hope you guys are having a nice week. Guys, couple quick things. Number one, I am in a contest or competition to win this magazine cover. I don't really care too much about winning the cover, but what comes with the cover is $20,000. I would like to win $20,000, so I want it all. It all comes together, so I want it all. So I would like you to vote for me. I will put up the link on June 14th at 10 a.m. is when you can start voting. I know my profile is doing well as far as hits, so that's a good sign. I would really, really, really appreciate everyone voting for me. Number two, I am participating in doing some cool things with essential oils these days, integrating them into my life, my lifestyle, everything I do. And I use the doTERRA company for essential oils. And I'm in a MLM program with Jai and her sister Chandra. And I would like you all to come to a free webinar, totally free, on Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. The link is in the description here to sign up for the free webinar. I will be there. Jai and her sister are going to be hosting. I will also be on the panel saying hi and running my flapper and talking to you guys. And hopefully some of you will be wanting to do more with it after you hear the webinar. But we're going to tell you about some cool things, a competition, and some fun things we're going to be offering. So be there on Sunday at 8 p.m. Go now to sign up for it. Okay, you look great in a white shirt. Thank you, Zainab. Actually, this just came in the mail today. That's why I threw it on. I order a lot of my clothes in the mail since COVID. What else? There was something else, and I can't remember what. I guess not. Anyway, that's it. Be here tomorrow in the morning for your quick card, Beyond Lemuria quick card, and daily guidance, and I will see you guys later. I am trying to get all of my recorded readings caught up and all of the zodiac readings up by this weekend for the second half of June. Namaste, guys. Love to you all. Bye.